Hey everybody! Well, today we're going to take a look at these. This is the Swinging Sticks Kinetic Sculpture. Now, these have been around for quite a while, and it was really made famous from the Iron Man movies, which I never saw, but I did see a clip from the movie where this was highlighted on that lady's desk, but I've been wanting one of these for a long time, and when they first came out, they were super expensive. I think they were like $250 or $300, and I think it was considered an art piece back then. Now, this is many years down the road, and maybe there's some knockoffs being made, or I don't know if this was patented or not. This is a desktop version, as they call it, a desktop toy version. So I think it's smaller than the one we saw in the movie. So it's probably like just a smaller version, which is fine. I mean, I don't need this big, huge thing. But I'm very curious to see what this looks like, so let's take it out of the box. So let's go ahead and open this. Now, on the box, it said that this is made by a company that is the original creators of the swinging sticks. So that indicates to me that there have been some knockoffs of this. So, okay, so here we have the container on the inside here. And it looks like there's like a little cardboard tray in here. So let me see if I can get this out of here. It's always interesting trying to get things out of packages. Let's see, do I have this upside down? No, it looks like it's the right way. I can't tell. I don't want to spill anything out of here. Let's see if I can get this out. Boy, this thing's kind of wedged in here. Okay, there we go. All right, looks like there's nothing in the box either, so that's good. All right, so we have this interesting looking tray. There's some kind of instructions here, the infamous silica gel. And there's just some instructions here. And let me see here. I mean, there can't be too much to this. You're just going to put some batteries in. There's a battery compartment right down there. Let me see if I can get the light on it. And I'm not sure what kind of batteries this uses. Probably a couple of AA's or something. All right, so let me get this out of here now. So let me see. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Very cool. All right, so yeah, it is, it's actually a little bigger than I thought. It's actually not bad. Okay, so it's bigger than I thought it was going to be. Here you can kind of see this is already spinning. Now, these things are precision made because they have to be very perfectly balanced on all of this, the way that they have it done. And it's really cool. These look like they're aluminum, maybe, like a hollow aluminum tubing. There's a nice black base here. All right, let me take this out of the box. Okay, so now they got these little clamps on here to keep this thing from swinging around. Ooh, there we go. It's like a little rubber piece. Okay, you can already see how nice that looks. All right, so now you got to get batteries in here because that's what's going to keep propelling it. But you can already see, I mean, this thing is, they had to have made this absolutely to exacting standards to get that kind of a really nice look to it. All right, so let me get some batteries on the bottom here. Okay, so there's a little compartment down here. You just push down on those little clip things, and then this opens, and there's 4 AA's that this takes. So let me get those put inside. Okay, so the batteries are in place now. So to get this started, you don't want to just push it. They recommend you just lift this long stick up to about the horizontal position, then you let it go, and then from there, it's just going to keep on gaining enough speed to keep on moving, and you can already see it's kind of doing that already. It's a really cool thing the way this works. It uses neodymium magnets, so they don't suggest that you put it near anything like pacemakers or maybe stereo equipment and other magnets affecting it. That is so cool. That really messes with your mind watching it. Also, don't put it near, a window where air is going to be blowing on it and stuff, or maybe a heating vent, because it'll mess up the way it works. It is super, super precision made. Look at that. That is so cool. So the way it works is there's actually a magnet right there in the center of the base, and then there's 2 little sensors on each side of the magnet, so that each time this part of the longer stick goes across that, it gives it a gentle push. And that's why it just keeps on going. And it'll go either way, counterclockwise or clockwise. This one here is just free roaming, and it just keeps on kind of going. It is such a neat little thing. When I was a kid, I used to have all kinds of little kinetic sculptures, but this one here, I don't remember the first time I saw one of these, But as I mentioned, I think it was like a $200, $250 thing. I think it was because it was considered an art piece back then. Nowadays, you can find these pretty cheap. I got this on Amazon for $98, which I thought was a pretty good price. It's already assembled. You don't have to do anything. All you got to do is put the batteries in. And it's mesmerizing to watch. It's quiet. It doesn't make any noise. It's very peaceful. And it just kind of messes with your mind a little bit. If you are going to move it around, never pick it up by the sticks. You don't want to grab it by that. Always grab it by the base. Don't grab them by the sticks, because the little posts that those are on are very precision made. I'll show you what those look like. So if you look at the side view of this thing right here, you can see the little pins that are, you can see how those things are just kind of like little pins inside there. So they're very sensitive. You don't want to be picking this up by the sticks themselves, because it'll mess those up. But yeah, even from the side, this thing looks really bizarre. Now, I've seen people saying that the batteries on this thing will last about 6 months, and I've seen some people actually mention that it's been going for 2 solid years without them having to change a battery. I mean, that's fantastic. It uses very little power. It's only using power when the this part here is actually going across the magnet. Now, I think on the smaller bar right there, there's probably magnets on each of those ends, because if you watch closely, if the smaller metal tube there happens to go near that, see how it kind of reacts a little bit different? You can see it gets pushed a little bit, and sometimes it even sticks a little bit. So I think that's another thing that's actually making that react. I'm not sure, though. See it kind of right there, it almost looks like it got repelled or something. I'm not really sure. It might have a magnet in it. Or maybe it's just slightly off balance. I think actually, looking at it from the side, I think that where it's connected to the main, the big tube, it's just a little bit off center, which is probably what's making that react too. I don't know. However it works, I just think it's sheer genius. Now, if you don't want to leave this thing running all the time, you can just turn it off. So all you got to do is grab this part, the long stick, and aim it straight down like this. This can probably go whichever way. And then that turns it off, because now it's no longer using the sensors on each side to push it. And then that way it puts it in off mode. And that way you're probably not using the battery. So, if you don't want to leave it running all day and all night, that's fine, which I think is cool. I mean, that way there is a way to turn it off. And then just to start it up again, you just put it horizontal, and then you start the whole thing up again. They said don't push it, just let it kind of push itself. And from there, it'll start doing its thing again. I love how it starts to gain momentum like that until it finally goes completely over. Like that. That is so cool. Oh my gosh, this thing is so cool. And I love that it's absolutely silent. Yep, very cool piece of artwork right there. Oh my gosh, it's mesmerizing. Also, if you're going to transport this, it's recommended that you use the tray that it came in, which I think is probably a good idea. But yeah, this is so cool. I cannot tell you how long I've been wanting one of these, and I kind of forgot all about it. It popped up on one of my Amazon shopping feed, and somehow it must have known I wanted one of those, which is kind of cool. But this is nice, and it's not like really huge. The one in the movie is a really big one, and you can buy those big ones. This same company, I think they're from Germany, makes the larger ones too, and maybe those were the ones that were $200. I don't know, but this one being 98 bucks, I thought was a pretty good price, and it's a decent size. You don't have to, have it take up a whole lot of room. But I love how it kind of, can slow down, and then all of a sudden it'll start going really quick again, and it's just really weird. It's very mesmerizing. I love this thing. All right, well, whoever the ingenious inventor of this was in fact a genius. I'm sure it was probably an artist that came up with it, but it's really cool. There's different colors. I got the silver with the black base. I think they have a blue, like an anodized blue sticks, and I think there was a red one too, which is kind of cool. I think the blue would have looked nice. Well, either of the colors would have looked great. Maybe you can get one of each. I mean, since the price is so much more affordable now. All right, well, anyway, just a quick little video here to show this thing. I'm sure many of you probably have already seen this thing, but it's definitely something I've wanted for a long time. All right, well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe too. I'd appreciate that. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video, and have a good one.